You're watching this video because you're a Muslim who also happens to be an entrepreneur, or maybe you're an aspiring entrepreneur. In this video, I'm going to share all my lessons, all my advice for young Muslim entrepreneurs to make sure that we can all thrive, so that we can all succeed and achieve all of our goals in accordance to our faith and our beliefs. Being an entrepreneur as a Muslim is almost an essential in this modern era because everywhere we look, there is haram money. It is essential for us to earn halal money either through our own businesses or by working for Muslim-owned businesses. This way, we're able to fulfill our religious obligations and we get a chance to contribute to the well-being and the prosperity of this ummah. You see, Islam places a very strong emphasis on the value of work, productivity, and self-reliance. As Muslims, we are encouraged to engage in trade and business in order to support ourselves and our loved ones. The principles and values of Islam show us exactly how to operate as a successful Muslim entrepreneur. We've been given a clear framework built upon principles like honesty, fairness, trustworthiness, and respect, all of which is derived from the Quran and the Sunnah. But it's not easy being a Muslim entrepreneur, especially living in the Western world. Now, of course, there is a growing demand for Islamic products and services, and we can tap into our faith, and we've got this new market of fellow Muslims who want to trade with us. But the truth is, we are a minority in the Western world. We're gonna have to face many differences, both culturally and religiously, and just like how many Muslims prefer to trade with other Muslims, generally speaking, it's the same case for non-Muslims. But honestly, being a Muslim entrepreneur is one of the best things that you can do. It's so rewarding, it's so fulfilling, and it gives you the ability to contribute back to the Muslim ummah. By following the principles and values of Islam and striving for the best, then inshallah we will all be rewarded. And you can find success as a Muslim entrepreneur. I want to focus on one thing in particular: Islamic business etiquette. Most Muslims seem to have lost their manners and their character in this new generation. This is generally because they've not been raised correctly, because there's so many shifts in cultural and societal norms that most of our parents who have come from third world countries to the Western world have failed to take in account. So now, coming back to Islam and coming back to business, there's a lot that we need to learn. So what I'm going to go through is some key principles towards business etiquette as a Muslim entrepreneur. So I touched on these points earlier, but now it's time to expand and dive deep. Honesty and transparency. Muslims are expected to be truthful and transparent in all their business dealings. This means we avoid deception and misrepresentation. So basically, be straightforward and very clear about the products and or services that you're offering up front, and make sure that you're providing accurate and complete information to all potential clients or customers. Fairness and justice. This means you need to be fair, show some compassion in the business dealings, and avoid taking any actions that are exploiting the other parties. Trustworthiness and reliability. As a Muslim, we need to make sure that we can trust other Muslims that we get into business with, and we need to make sure that we're offering something which is reliable. If you made a commitment or you made a promise to a client, you must follow through. And if you can't, remember, go back to honesty, transparency. You need to be upfront with them. Let's say you offered a client that you can make them X amount of money, but you failed to hit that target. Just be honest with them and tell them you weren't able to do it and why you weren't able to do it. And then you can maybe promise to achieve it in the next month, or you can part ways. It really depends on each situation. The point is, you need to maintain that character and integrity. You need to hold yourself accountable and take all responsibility for the quality of the products and services being offered. And make sure you're taking appropriate steps to address any sort of concerns that might come up. I've noticed a lot of Muslim-owned businesses are very, very bad when it comes to customer service. Don't let that be you. And finally, respect and courtesy. As a Muslim, you need to show respect and be courteous to all individuals involved in the business dealings. This could be your business partners, your investors, your customers, or your suppliers. It doesn't matter. You need to show respect and be courteous at all times. Treat them with kindness and politeness. So this means you need to be attentive and responsive to all their needs and requests. And like I said earlier, you need to show consideration and compassion in all your transactions. The truth is, all of this stuff seems pretty obvious. It's common sense, but the reality is, common sense isn't that common. And remember, being a Muslim is a great honor. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed you with the title of calling yourself a Muslim. You are a walking representation of Islam. And if you make sure to follow these principles of Islamic business etiquette, you can become a successful Muslim entrepreneur and be an inspiration to your fellow brothers and sisters in Islam.